There's nothing easy about going through a divorce, but picking up the phone and calling the team in our help center today could ease the process. The staff at Bloch and Chapleau specialize in family law and can answer your questions about divorce. Call them now at 303-218-BEST. That's 303-218-2378. Two of the attorneys from Bloch and Chapleau join me now, Mark Chapleau and Sara Cates. Welcome to the show. You know, divorce is something that people can do on their own. Why is it beneficial to hire an attorney, Mark?
Well, when you're going through a divorce, you're being asked to make a number of your biggest life decisions.
Right.
At the worst time in your life. Either you were the party that did not want to get a divorce or the party that does for a myriad of reasons, but you're usually not in a great place emotionally. And at that point in time, that's when it becomes important to have an attorney who can step back, who's done this before, who's done many of them, can take out some of the emotion, can hear what you have to say and what you're going through, but can also help you to focus on these important decisions that you're making.
Now, Sara, one of the things that sets your firm apart is that you really walk people through the process and kind of hold their hand, right?
Yeah. I mean, as Mark said, this is one of the most emotional things that people are going to have to go through. And we believe that the more informed they feel, the less anxiety they have coming into it. And so we try to explain to them the entire process from beginning to end and make sure that they understand that this is a time-consuming process. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And that's something that people don't expect.
Right. I mean, no one plans to go through this. Nobody knows how to do it.
Exactly.
And that's where you guys step in. And divorce also comes with a lot of emotion. I can't even imagine. And Mark, you really help clients keep perspective. That's your job.
Right. As she was saying, we try to educate you. We also try to teach the client a little bit about the process in representing men, especially because of the different way that they express their emotions. It's important for us to talk to them about the do's and don'ts of going through divorce process. Typically, people have arguments. People are not happy with each other, and it's really important to learn and to understand when to step back, when to avoid conflict, and to be looking toward the end, ultimately with the hope of some type of reasonable agreement between the parties.
Right. Now, Sara, you know, you probably get so many different cases. You can handle the amicable divorce, and if you need to be a bulldog in the courtroom, you do that as well.
Absolutely. You know, this is a life-changing experience for everyone, and our thought is that a settlement is not necessarily a bad thing, and in a lot of times it's a good thing, and most cases do end up settling before they get to court. And it allows people to come up to a resolution between themselves as opposed to having a judge that doesn't know them make their decisions for the rest of their lives. But of course, some people, you know, do end up in court, and our firm is known for certainly not shying away from having to do that.
That's right. And we were talking about this during the break. By no means do we want to offend any women out there going through a divorce. It's tough on either side, but the truth is that your firm attracts a lot of male clients. Why is that?
You know, it's something that our firm has been doing for, I think, 25 years this year. And a lot of men come into this very scared and anxious because they hear the horror stories from friends and family and feel that they are going to get the short end of the stick, whether it be with parenting time with their children or even in the pocket financially. And knowing that there is a firm out there that does specialize in helping men through this process, it gives them that comfort level.
And Mark, you were mentioning representing so many men actually really helps you in the process of representing women as well, because you get both ends.
I actually think it gives us a bit of an advantage because we know from our years of experience basically the best way to represent a man going through a divorce, and if we are representing the woman in a divorce, we know what the other side should be doing and how this case should be getting prepared from that perspective. So we're able to look at it from both sides and use the experience that we do have to our advantage.
So you represent both men and women.
Exactly.
And you don't just handle divorce, you handle other things as well.
Yeah, we're essentially a full-service law firm. We do divorce, we do personal injury, car accidents, we getting well known and doing ski accidents and things like that, contract work, criminal defense as well, and oftentimes we'll get both of them in one divorce. And contract work and things like that. Anything involving litigation we do typically work in because we're courtroom attorneys.
All right, thanks so much for coming on today, and we're going to see you a little later in the show as well. So if you're considering divorce or trying to do it on your own, you want the team from Bloch and Chapleau on your side. Call our help center right now to get your questions answered. The number's 303-218-BEST. That's 303-218-2378. And to reach the team at Bloch and Chapleau when they're not in our help center, call them at 303-331-1700 or learn more online at blochchapleau.com.